There she is.
Hi.
Hi, gorgeous. How are
I'm
you?
doing well. How are you?
Good. Looking so forward to talking to you.
I'm excited.
Just been geeking out all day. Uh so I am super excited. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. I
Of course.
know you are so busy. I'm sorry, Dean. I didn't call you gorgeous. Yes, you are gorgeous. Okay.
Rude.
Dean's mad because I didn't call him gorgeous when he was on my live, but I mean,
It's hard
you're
to compete with this.
you are gorgeous. Let's be real. Did you see those pictures she just did? I
They were so
mean,
good.
come on. They were so good. But Dean, you are also pretty. Don't worry. So yeah, those pictures that you and Jake did were so amazing.
Thank you. Yeah, Kitty reached out to us and said, "Hey, we're going to be in New Orleans at the same time. Do you want to do a photo shoot?" And we're like, "Sure, let's do it." And
They
they were
were
so fun.
gorgeous, stunning. You guys look so great.
Thank you.
Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I know I already said that, but like seriously, really do appreciate it. I know you've been super busy and doing a lot of classes and things like that, which is so cool. I love that. So, do you do that often? Do you do a lot of like seminars and things, or is that kind of new for you?
No, I will do like interviews every once in a while. I will do panels every once in a while. And this month, I'm doing it like 9 times. I was like,
I love it.
what is happening, April?
Well, you're just hot. You're real hot right
I
now.
guess
That's all
so.
we can do. It's we'll just say you're doing a good job and you're in high demand. How about that?
We'll say that, yeah.
I mean, I think we already know that with almost
I
500 books, my
know.
friend. Almost 500 books. Like
So
that's
close.
insane. So, what numbers are you currently recording?
478.
So close.
Yeah.
You'll get there. You're going to get there, what, in like 2 months?
End of May, I think.
Yeah, you do so much. Like, you are so busy.
Very, very glad. Very
Yeah,
lucky.
no, so good. Yeah, we're happy with it. It's just, yeah,
It's
you
a
you
lot.
you crank them out. You really do. How fast do you put books out, like on average?
I don't know. That's kind of hard to quantify or
Yeah.
calculate. I would say I aim for 2.5 finished hours of audio a day,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
I work about 6 to 7 days a week.
Yeah. I'm
So,
sure you do.
yeah, sometimes I'm up to upwards of three. Just kind of depends. And then there are certain books that go a lot faster than others. There are some
Right.
books where I'm so familiar with, this is like my 12th book with the author, so the language is so familiar. Sometimes I have an accent book and that takes a little bit longer, or if there's like a ton of character voices that I have to switch back and forth between.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You do a lot of dual audio, and you are really amazing at it. Like, obviously, I've said this before, but like, there are a couple of female narrators that their man voice is like, top tier, god tier for me. And you are one of them. You've got a
Thank you.
great, great man voice.
Thank you.
But yeah, you do a lot of dual. So, I mean, do you enjoy doing that more than anything else, or is it just something that just kind of naturally comes to you?
I think I really do love a dual narration. I sometimes I think the boys get the best lines. And so when I get to do those, I'm very excited. One of my goals as a narrator is that anytime I do a spicy scene in with dual narration, I always make the boys whimper at least once. Like I want to hear their voice break and
Yes.
lose control, so I always try to throw at least one of those in. Um, but yeah, I think I'm pretty adept at character voices, and so I just often get hired to do dual narration because my voice can handle that, especially in the why choose realm.
Mm-hmm.
where I have to do multiple main male character voices.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a tricky skill.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like all 5, 6, 7 of these guys have to be hot.
Yeah.
They can't have like a weird voice up here.
Yeah. It's a testament to your talent for sure. Like, seriously. I mean, because, I mean, you basically do every Twisted Sisters book almost.
Yeah.
That's crazy awesome. And I mean, like, they have so many books, very prolific. How did you kind of, did you just do one and they were just like, yes, we're never going to use anyone else again? Or was it, how did that relationship blossom?
We auditioned for Kings of Quarantine
I
when we
love
were
that
still
series.
kind of baby narrators. And got that series, and we were doing that, and then they said, hey, do you want to do Zodiac Academy for us? And I was like, sure, yeah, let's do it. And then I saw they had another audition up for their like beautiful Carnage, Beautiful Savage, and I was like, hey, can I audition for that, or are you like wanting to go with a different team? And they're like,
Mhm.
oh, you can just have it. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, don't mess with if it's not broken, don't mess with
Yeah.
it. You do a great job for them, and um you and Jake always obviously sound so good together. Do you guys ever like record at the same time when you're doing those kind of projects, or do you kind of keep it separate? How do you?
We did at the beginning when we only had one recording space. Um, and that's just logistically difficult and takes a lot of time. Sometimes we will record live or like on a Zoom together.
Mm-hmm.
But fun fact, we met doing theater and have been acting professionally together for 15 years. So
Wow.
I think we have great chemistry because we're married, but also because we've been performing together for 15 years and we went through the same acting program. So we have the same language, we have the same techniques that we apply to text. So at this point, it's incredibly easy to not necessarily think, I know exactly how Jake is going to say a line,
Right.
but that I know what technique he is going to use to say that line, so I can infer it pretty well and respond in a pretty truthful and accurate way, as this similar to if we were just having a back and forth conversation.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I mean, and you can definitely hear it when you guys do that. So yeah, I think that. But yeah, I think that's you don't necessarily. It's not necessarily because you're married and you know each other so well. It's that you know each other's styles so well and you work together so much that it just kind of meshes perfectly. So, and you guys do just sound so good together. It's like,
Thank you.
yeah, it's amazing. But Kings of Quarantine, that series does not get its flowers. I don't think
so
it's
either.
I do not think it's nearly popular enough. I think that obviously Zodiac Academy is like everyone's like, but everyone I can, I'm like I tell them to listen to that series because I just think it's so good. And Jake is so good in that series. He's top tier in that series. I love it so much. That is one of my favorite ones, and I can't tell people enough to listen to that one.
I think the bully, how extreme the bully is,
yeah,
gets people a lot.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely more extreme than like Zodiac Academy or something. But I don't know. I just love
it.
I love it. I love the way
think Saint is so like love to hate him. Like you have like such a journey to love him.
Yes.
Ian's hilarious.
Yes. Like Ian is like my favorite character in that whole book, and the voice that Jake did for Ian, just like, I don't know, that voice just really got me. I loved that character so much because he was so funny and he just had like such a great sense of humor. And yeah, I love that series. Like I said, I just wish it got a little bit more attention because I just love it. But yeah, I kind of just stumbled on it on Audible one day and I was like, oh, I have never even heard of this. And then this was like probably like a year and a half ago. It was
Oh, wow.
before I even started doing my Bookstagram or anything. I had already read it a long time ago, and I was like, man, I've never even heard of this book. And then just got obsessed like immediately and listened to like all three in like no time. It was great. I love it.
Have you done Death Club, I'm assuming, as well?
No, I haven't. Okay, so yeah, I bought everything.
Niall?
I just
And
bought
Brooklyn?
everything in the Audible sale. So I am there. I'm going there. Yes. But yeah, I'm going there. I'm on my way. I'm on the bus. I just haven't gotten there yet. Yeah. So you've got too many books is what it boils down to. It's going to take me a minute to get to all of them.
To be fair, that one, I am not the female narrator in book one. I
Okay.
come in book two because they had to replace the narrator. So there is a narrator switch.
Okay.
But I just love Niall so much.
I'll have to. Okay. Recommendation taken. I will definitely start that soon. Another person that I am obsessed with is obviously J. Rose. I love all of her books.
Oh, good.
She does not get her flowers either, as far as I'm concerned. Her writing is absolutely stunning.
It's so poetic and visceral and
and emotional, and I love everything she does. And I feel like you bring her characters to life just so well. Her female characters are so hard to like. They're so complex, and they're so flawed, and they're so real, and but you make them likable somehow, and then obviously it's her writing as well too, like obviously, but like the emotion and the way that you portray everything, it's like you feel their flaws and you identify with them a little bit more than I think if I was just reading it on the page, where I could just take it for granted and go, ugh, or, oh, here's Brooklyn goes again whining about blah blah blah. But the way that you say those things, you feel it to where it's like, okay, she's hurting. It's not just she's whining about this or she's mad about the, it's, I don't know. It just, those books, they are so emotional for me. Like I don't know how you get through them. They are, because I can tell that you're very, I can tell that you're very emotional when you read them, obviously, because they are so tragic and dark and just, but so real. Like her mental health rep, everything is just so good.
That was probably my top series last year. I was so blown away that I got to narrate it, and I was just, what a fun challenge to really take a likable character who is going through a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that and it never lets up. Like the whole series, it's just constant for them, and just like to the bitter end, like they are just fighting everything, and it's such a ride. And I was on the ALC team for all of those books, so I got all of them early, and I was just screaming about all of them like as soon as I could. I was like, everyone needs to read this, and it's amazing. And I've been, that series just firmly cemented me in J. Rose fandom forever. Like I will read anything she does at this point.
Yeah, she's wonderful, and she's a great human being, and her writing is so chewy and like the best texture. Like you just want to keep chewing on it. And it was fun to try and play psychosis in like a truthful way, because I think it is sometimes hard to take that kind of emotion and that kind of mania off a page just with your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was very excited and felt very lucky to, how do I do this in like a really truthful, honest way so that listeners can feel this with this character.
Yeah, and that was one thing I was gonna say is that it never feels exploitive when she does that kind of writing. It always feels very honest. I know that she does her research. I know that she, tries her best to honor, those conditions and the people that go through that kind of stuff. So it's the way that you two just lay all that out there, and it, like I said, it never feels like you're taking advantage of an illness. Sometimes people use, those things as tropes rather than as human interest. And, I think that she does such a good job of walking that line of representation, but never being exploitive about it. And, yeah, I just love
And
that.
I think that because as an actor approaching things like that, it all stems from, they're all exaggerated versions and extreme versions of emotions that we feel. So
Really.
that lack of control and the chaos or anxiety, but it's just ratcheted up to the extreme, or anger or fear, right? And so it's finding those root emotions and applying them, as opposed to trying to put on, like, I don't know, I think of like the Joker, where people try to play the Joker as like this crazy guy.
He's crazy. Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's like, these characters aren't. It's just,
Yeah.
Kate is extremely angry. Right?
Yeah. And Eli.
Eli is so scared.
My baby.
And
I just love him.
she's scared too, just the fear and
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And alone. Isolation.
Yeah. I mean, and you never, I love how she just, I mean, obviously I don't want to spoil anything, but I love how she waited. Like, she never gave in to that pressure to fully explain what happened, until the very end. And
Or
I
the
can't
time
wait. Yes.
that the time happens.
Yes. I was so blown away. The whole thing just blows me away. It's amazing. It's so good. That's so good. I just love it.
I remember reading, I believe, was it book 3? Oh no, it's blurring.
They all blur together for me because I listen to them, I've listened to them all over again, so I've definitely blurred them now.
When she finds out who the guard who helps her is, me just at 4:00 in the morning, because I couldn't put the book down, just sobbing.
Yes. The amount of tears. I could have watered a garden that night.
Really?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh my god.
And then again, when I was narrating, I was like, I've already cried. And I was like, nope,
I'm gonna do it again. I mean, it's just the way that the reveal, it's like I said, it's never done in a way to be like, gotcha.
Yeah.
It's so emotional, and just like how you could imagine it being revealed to her, like with a whimper, not a bang kind of thing, It's like, oh, and it's, she just, I don't know. I just love it. I love her stories. They're so good. And I am fully invested. I don't know how much you've done of it, but I've done I've listened to the first Anaconda Tales, and that one is blowing me away too. I've listened to both.
Started it yet.
No, I listened to the first 2. That's right. Yeah. So good.
I'm
so
excited.
Good. So good. Anyways. And I just can't, I'm so excited that she's going to get she's getting trad published, which is so good for her too. She deserves it. She deserves it. So how long have you been like full-time voice acting?
Full-time for 6 years. I've been doing it for 7. The first year I only did 9 books. It was very much just on the side. And then when the pandemic hit, I think Jake and I lost about 9% professional acting contracts within a few weeks. And so we were very lucky in that he'd been doing it for about a year and a half before I started. So we both had started before the pandemic, but then that next year did about 22 books. And then year 3 did 80. And then 4, 5, 6 have done 100 plus. So it jumped real fast.
I mean, when you're good, you're good. People recognize it. Yeah, no, you guys just really did just kind of blow up all, and it a lot of people kind of started around that time, with COVID and everything. But did you have I know you obviously you had acting experience, but did you have equipment and everything, or did you have to invest in all that? Did you do voiceover work before, or just stage acting?
Primarily stage and film acting. Oh, sorry, my computer just shut off. Ghosty. And when Jake was in grad school, we were doing a show and we met another actor who did audiobooks on the side. And he'd always wanted to be an audiobook narrator. So we took her out to coffee and she kind of told us about kind of the basics of things. And then when he graduated from grad school, he happened to win a microphone, a really nice mic that he still uses to this day, on Twitter. And
that's hilarious.
He started narrating and did a lot of really bad sci-fi.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
And he eventually was like, you really need to try. You really need to get some samples and put them up. And I was like, my voice is annoying. No one would want to listen to me. And so eventually he convinced me. And then the next day I had a book. And that was that first year where I did about 9 while still doing other work and teaching and acting on stage. So Jake had already he won that mic, got that equipment. He had also done some podcasting in college. So we had an audio engineer friend who kind of talked us through all of the technical aspects of it, hooked him up with some equipment and the like. And yeah, so we worked on the same equipment for a little bit, a year or two. And here we are. We now have 2 full separate setups.
Yeah. You got to.
Yeah.
You guys are cranking them out. It's crazy. So you obviously are very busy. You use your voice constantly. So what do you do to kind of keep yourself from getting overworked with your voice? Do you have any rituals or anything that you do?
I'm very lucky in that in my theater training, now is not a great example because I've been sick, but
everybody's been sick. Yeah.
Oh, it's brutal. But a lot of my acting training was based on vocal training. So how to use my voice. And I was trained to do 8 shows a week, Shakespeare in an outdoor amphitheater, no mic. That's what my voice is trained for.
Wow.
And which all my muscular was. So being right here,
yeah,
is not very difficult.
Right. You're not even having to project at all.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in comparison, it's like fine tuning. But my stamina was built for something so much bigger. So bringing it into something so much smaller, I feel like my stamina is 3 to 4 to 5 times more than probably an average person.
Yeah.
It's funny. We go to a neuromuscular massage therapist once a month who does really specific work on our necks and our bodies, because we do sit on a chair and talk into a mic for 8 hours a day.
Yeah, hours upon hours. Yeah.
And the people that we've gone to are always absolutely fascinated by our neck musculature, because they compare it rubbing your neck is like working on the calf of a sprinter, where it's so overused. And they're so used to working on whiplash patients. So when they come in our big beefy necks, it's giant. My neck muscles are crazy.
That's funny. Yeah, and I'm sure you're very animated too when you're, a lot of times when you're, acting or whatever, you're kind of, that's really the only thing you can do is kind of move your head around and, move your hands around. And so I'm sure you're constantly doing that too.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, I can see where that would be interesting for them to have to work on you after all that. So you did stage and film, is that what you were saying? So
Very lightly film.
lightly, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much all you've done. That was like your career until you started voice acting.
Yeah.
And yet, that's awesome.
And now I just do it when I want to.
Yeah, you still do. Yeah, cool. So once COVID kind of cleared out, you guys kind of got back into it a little bit, and yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, you got to flex that muscle. You can't let it. I'm sure it's a passion for you. So
yeah, I love doing this job. I love getting to act every single day, but there's something about acting in a room with an audience and having that energy, or being in a room like the rehearsal room with actors and like working together to solve problems and like feeding off that energy. It's really hard to replicate in any other place, and that's my favorite part. So getting to do that every once in a while and I'm very picky about what company I'm working with. Because honestly, it doesn't pay very well. And I'm even a union actor who gets paid more than average. So I'm very picky about when I leave the booth.
Yeah, for sure. And it's I'm sure, and you don't get to collaborate much in voice acting, so that you miss that collaborative aspect of just being with other people. I can imagine. So you've done so many projects, so this is something that I like to ask some of the narrators that are super experienced, is like, what would you tell an author, like say an indie author or someone who hasn't done a lot of audiobooks? What advice would you give them to get the most out of a voice actor, like to direct them a little bit, like when they're hiring someone?
I think the best thing you can do is find a narrator whose style is similar to your style. There are some of like the best narrators in the world who are on the Audible Hall of Fame, who you take them out of like an MF contemporary romance and put them into a high fantasy with a bunch of characters, and I feel like they don't succeed as well. Right? So you have to find narrators that you may love their voice, they may be very popular, but they may not fit within the style or the genre of what you're writing. I think a great example is the Twisted Sisters. They're weird. It is weird.
Yeah.
What's going on there.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of, I feel like you get a lot of books where you maybe have like one kind of weird off character. And I feel like the Twisted Sisters, every single character.
It's so true. Yeah.
Is a lot.
Yeah.
And so I think there are many narrators who would do better than we did, as good as we did, but it has to be a very specific style of narrator. And I think that's what you have to be aware of, is that not every narrator is going to be the right fit for every project, even if they are the best narrator that's ever existed, right?
Right. Everyone has a style, everyone has a niche, and that's okay. It doesn't mean you're bad. It just means it's not for you. Yeah, I love that. So, are there any characters that you've played that you just really identified with personally, or that really just got to you? I know that's a lot, like, but anything that you can even think of.
There's a series called the Deadwood series, which is a Why Choose fantasy pirate assassin witch series by Marie Mystery, which is really fun.
I love it.
And that main character, dealing with the idea of, I came from a very high demand cultish religion growing up and have since left that, and in like my late 20s. So having like something that is like defines my life and then having to step out of it and experience the world and relearn everything and be able to admit like I was wrong. I was wrong. And now I'm going to try and be a better person and I'm going to try to help people. I think that character really resonated with me. I think I really try to find a little bit of myself in all the characters I do. I think that's how you make the characters truthful.
Absolutely.
Is what of this character do I identify with?
Mm-hmm.
And whether that's like a substitution where it's not exactly in relation, but I go, I have a similar situation that's kind of like this.
Right.
And so I can feel what this character feels. I can think the way that they're thinking. I can react the way that I would react. The kind of acting tenet I use is living truthfully in imaginary circumstances. So I take those imaginary circumstances and go, okay, if I was in these shoes, how would I react to this situation?
Yeah. And even in the fantastic, you can find ways to apply it to your your day-to-day. Yeah, definitely. I love that. Yeah. And that is, and you are so authentic in your delivery of everything. So that definitely shows. Like I can see that for sure. So are there any genres or tropes that you wish you could do more of that you haven't gotten to do a lot of?
Oh man. I just love the dark stuff. I want a book that absolutely wrecks me emotionally. I think
Pitch
that's
Black.
what I'm currently manifesting. I want someone to hire me to do a book that just like guts me.
Mm-hmm. So what's a book that you haven't narrated that has gutted you? Like what's an example?
Oh, I have one that I have narrated. It's called Not a Chance by Sinclair Kelly. It's an Omegaverse. And
Hold on.
I get that
Let me write
notepad
this down. Let me write it down. Proceed.
When I cried a lot during Zodiac Academy.
Yeah.
I cried a lot.
Yeah.
One of the hardest days I had was the last time I got to narrate Geraldine. And I had to stop narrating because I'm like, she's not crying. You can't be crying. So I had to be like, knock it off. Take a break. This isn't about you.
I get it.
I had to be like, I can't do this chapter. I had to like wait. I skipped that chapter and did a couple of things to be like
series. Like you were with those characters for so long.
And I was saying goodbye and I was like, I can't.
No, I get it.
Let go. But Not a Chance by Sinclair Kelly, as the character, in character, I've never cried so hard. Because there are often times where I will cry while narrating. And as long as it's not affecting my voice to the point that it's unintelligible, I absolutely let it affect my voice, right? Because it would affect the character's voice. But that one, I was like inconsolable. Just weeping and being like, I can't narrate because I'm crying so hard.
I got the crying hiccups.
Yeah, and I was like, I can't do this. And I sent her a text. I was like, Sinclair.
Uh-oh, you threw out the last name.
I did. Sinclair Kelly. How dare you?
How dare you?
So that always sticks out to me as just, I need a good cry. I really need a good cry right now.
Yeah.
That's not about the world.
Oh my God. Right.
So I would love a good book that just rips out my soul. I am from a cowboy family. And I've only done like one or two, and they've been like Omegaverse. And I feel like I need like a small town cowboy romance.
Okay.
I do so little MF.
Yeah. Yeah. You do a lot of Why Choose. You do a lot of Omegaverse. And I think that's one of the reasons why I have read so many of your books, because those happen to be my favorite genres. But yeah, you do a lot of that. But I think, like you said, you have the talent to do all of those different voices and make them all distinct. And then, and the fact that you can do it in a dual format is just so good for authors. It's all around like such a good setup for, it's advantageous for you and for them. And it sounds great. So why not,
I just love it when I get a book and I'm like, just one?
Like, that's it?
I have to do one voice? Or a love triangle? I'm like, why?
Child's play.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah.
Come on.
Challenge me.
I also do so little contemporary.
Mm-hmm.
And if it is contemporary, it's like dark. And I was doing another book and I was reading it and I was like, wait, this is the bad guy. The ex-boyfriend it's not, and he's just an asshole. It's not like
there's no redeeming qualities. Like,
I know he's not a murderer. He's not a dragon trying to overthrow the world.
he's not going to end up being the love interest. He's just an asshole.
Just a bad guy.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Right.
How do I do this? Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine that is something that is difficult to that's a total gear switch, like, for you, especially because you are so used to doing these, like, projects with multiple characters and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, I can see where it would kind of throw you for a loop a little bit. You're like, oh, okay.
Oh, this is the drama. I see.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm always like waiting. I'm like, okay, when's the big bad gonna come?
Yeah. Oh no, it's just you.
Got it. Sorry.
Let me go back.
Enough contemporary. Small town. Got it.
I am on the page. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. You have to change gears. And I mean, even as a reader, I feel like sometimes I have to do that. Like, where you're into like this really like dark streak, and then all of a sudden you're just reading like a rom-com or something, and you're just like, okay, what's happening? Like, where are we going with this?
Where's the blood?
Exactly.
I'm confused.
Yeah, it's true. It happens. So do you get to read for fun very much, or do you mostly? Yeah, no one gets to read.
It is, whenever someone says, I love to read, I want to do this job, and I go, okay. I mean, I do read every single day.
Yeah.
But I don't get to choose. I mean, I do yes to the projects, right?
Obviously.
But I don't get to just be like, oh, you know what? I really want to read this book. Mm-hmm. It'll be like, I'm taking a vacation in 8 months. I think I could read this one book. So I think I'm very lucky in that I do work in a genre that I would read anyway. Mm-hmm. So I get to read a lot of books that I'm like, oh yeah, I would absolutely read this if I had time. Yeah. But it does make it, anytime someone's like, oh, I wish I could do your job, you just get to read all day. That's all I want to do. And I'm like, yes, and
yeah, exactly.
If you're a mood reader, you would hate this.
You would hate it. Yeah, exactly. I totally understand that. So that kind of leads me into a question about, your prep process. So how do you prep? Everyone's different. Do you read the whole book first? Do you read a little bit and then,
it depends on the situation. I always read through first book, new series. Mm-hmm. Always do that. Once I get into books like 4, 5, 6, it's just a cold read.
Right.
So Zodiac Academy, 6, 7, 8, 8.5, 9, 5 probably also.
Yeah.
We're just cold reads. Because at that point, doing 1, 2, 3, 4, that's like 70 hours with the characters.
Yeah.
If I'm ever doing a book with an author that's like book number 25, it'll often just be a skim because
Yeah.
again, once I get familiar with the characters, once I understand the storyline, um, I already know the rhythm, I know the flavor of the text, I know kind of the style, and especially because I've done over 500, I've produced over 500, I've narrated close to 500, where there's not much that surprises me anymore in terms of formula and the patterns of books and the different genres that I work in.
Yeah.
So I'm very comfortable doing a cold read, but I am in communication with the author and making sure that I know what's happening. I know all the characters. I know their journey and their growth before I ever venture into that.
Yeah. And you do the production on all of your books. I agree. Or do you
Not
not?
all of them,
Not
probably
all of them,
like
but
60%.
okay. And do you think that helps you to actually do the narration better, to like kind of know that side of it or the production side of it, or is it just something that is just easier for you to do sometimes?
One, I really like to be in control of things.
Say no more. I
So
feel
that
that.
helps.
Yeah.
I also love working directly with the author because I feel like I'm always able to deliver a better project because I'm able to communicate with the author and say, hey, do you like this character voice that I've come up with? Is
Yeah.
this the pronunciation that you want for this character?
Yeah.
Whereas working with publishers and production companies, I don't get to have that sort of interaction. So it's a lot of pressure for me. I mean, because I do treat all of these books as this is someone's favorite, most special book in their life. And this is an author put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. So I try to treat everything with the utmost respect and care. And when I don't have the added help of like the author whispering in my ear, I always get a little bit nervous that I'm not going to nail it. And so I'm always like, well, there's a lot of pressure to do your best without all of the materials that you may be used to.
Yeah. So, when you do decide to take on a project, what are some of the things that you look for that are like something that you want to do? Like when you see a book and you're like, "Oh, I really want to do this." What draws you to a book?
Oh, we're not too picky in terms of like if it fits in our schedule,
Yeah.
we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Especially if anyone's ever coming directly to us or requesting us, I like how can I say no?
Right. Right.
So schedule is always the number one concern.
Yeah.
Number two, we have some like hard no's that we don't do. Um, it rhymes with invest
Uh-huh.
and on page CSA.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, and then that's really all our consideration. I mean,
Yeah.
I get thrilled anytime it's this big, cool fantasy,
Yeah.
right? Or something really dark and juicy.
Yeah.
But I think I really just enjoy the job as the job. I just love doing it. So as long as I have a good script, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah.
There are times when I don't have a great script, and that's more of a challenge to try. And because again, I try so hard to reserve any judgment
Yeah.
on my part. Like I may not like this story, I may not like this book, but it doesn't matter.
Yep.
And again, this could be someone's absolute favorite. So I'm not going to treat it any differently because it's not about me.
Absolutely. I'm the
So,
same way. I've said this before. I don't do any negative reviews of any books because first of all, I read mostly indie authors and mostly people who are this, like their second or third book and I mean, who am I to tell you whether or not you're going to like that person's book? The same thing, it's like I don't like it, but that doesn't mean you won't. And if I kept you from buying it, I would feel awful. Like I would feel terrible. So yeah, I'm the same way. I totally understand that that mindset, because I just, if I don't like something, I always tell people, if you want to know if I like something or not, if I don't talk about it, then you'll know that it was either just meh, or
Yeah.
I didn't feel the need to say anything about it. That's just kind of my own like code of
Yeah.
how I operate, and I always tell everybody, it's like, you do you, y'all do whatever you want to do, but that's how I operate. But so that leads me to a question that a friend of mine gave me that I just think is
Oh.
so great. So as a bookstagrammer, I love this question. And as someone who does review ALCs very often, what do you love to read in a review about yourself? Like, what do you love when people say about you in a review?
Oh. Um, it's actually the one I probably get the most, but it's what I really pride myself on. So when someone feels that, it makes me like, I did my job, is when they say I make the characters come alive, or make them feel really real to them. That always feels really special to me, because that's my goal, and that's what I love about this job, is that I get to help bring these characters to life. And so when someone recognizes that and goes, yes, it
You
did.
did it.
I'm like, yes, I did it.
Yeah, you did it. Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I just thought that was such an insightful question. And one of my friends, I saw it, she posted it the other day, and I was like, can I steal that? Because I really want to ask everyone I know, because literally, like, we do these reviews all day, every day, and, constantly reading new books. And I want my narrators that I listen to feel good about when I'm talking about it. So it's like such a great question to ask. So I love that. I just thought that was such a neat thing to ask. So I'm glad you were okay with it, because it wasn't on your list. It wasn't on my list. So, so the social media aspect of this is obviously a big part. You do some live recording at night and stuff. It's people. How do you enjoy that? Do you enjoy the readers and things like that, or is that something that you do because you know that you feel like you need to, or what's your?
My biggest motivation for it is it keeps me off my phone and keeping me from doing all the admin and all the email stuff that I could be distracted by doing.
Yes.
So it really helps me stay focused on Mike. I also think it can help where I can use the audience as a replacement for the other that I am speaking to. So then I can direct my lines to someone. I mean, I can do that. Sometimes I talk to my little gnome
Does he have a
as
name?
like a person to be like, I'm gonna be really honest with you about, and he's just flipping me off. So I can substitute that, and I can have an other in my brain. But it's sometimes nice, especially with people I know who are in the lives or who have been there for a long time. I can be like, I'm talking to someone, I'm talking to a person, as opposed to just talking to myself or into my microphone. So that's what I really love about it. And I also, again, I spend 9-10 hours a day in this booth by myself. So having friends, even just in the chat, that I'm like, there's someone here with me. I think it's also a really great tool to get hype around a book or to get people interested. I especially love doing it for series where I can be like, hey, yeah, book 1 and 2 are already out, so you should go check it out. So I think it's some fun advertising. It helps me stay on task, and I think it helps me deliver some better performances. I think sometimes I can get in my head in terms of not wanting to be messy.
Yeah.
So I think that's a detriment. But at this point, I just don't. I have so little shame. But if I belch, if I really mess up, I think showing the humanness behind the job is like, at this point, when I first started, I was like, I don't want to mess up. They're going to know that I'm not perfect. So scary. And I'm like, I'm messy.
I mean, I think that's one of the reasons why we all love it so much, is just because it just kind of, humanizes everything. And helps us kind of identify with. And it's like I really I really feel like for a lot of us readers who do listen to audiobooks primarily, which is me and a lot of my friends, you guys are really kind of like our rock stars. I even have it. I even have a shirt that says that. I didn't wear it tonight. I wore it the other night, but it is. Yeah, I mean, it's you guys tell us stories, and we enjoy your voices, and we listen. You're constantly in our ears. So, it is nice to have those little moments where you're chatting back and forth on a live or, whatever. So, but I also know how vulnerable that a position that is to put yourself in. Like you said, it is keeping you accountable, and it is making sure you're not alone in your booth all day long. But you are also doing your job in front of a live audience, which is, intimidating. And so, yeah, I would totally understand if there were people who were like, this is not for
absolutely.
me. You know what I mean?
It's not for everyone, and that's totally fair. And people will ask me, like, do I have to do this to be successful? And I'm like, no.
No.
Some of the most successful narrators out there don't do this.
Yeah.
So please don't.
Yeah, I agree. So do you guys ever do any like events or cons or anything? I don't know. You do. Mm-hmm. What did you go to? When was the last one you went to?
Shadows and Seduction.
Shadows and Seduction. Okay. So that was in New Orleans, and my friend was there. I wonder is Jen still here? She's not here anymore, I don't think. She's probably at work. But she was there, and you are here. And she's a huge J. Rose fan, just like me. And so she actually got me a book signed by J. Rose. She said she stalked your table.
Amazing.
And she actually sent it to me. And I just
friend.
She's the best. I actually purchased this book and mailed it to her, and then she took it with her to New Orleans, got it signed for me, and then mailed it back to me.
That's a really good friend.
She is. She's the best. So this was that came from Shadows and Seduction, and now I'm just so mad that I'm even more mad that I wasn't there because you guys were there. So dang it. That's okay.
We try to go to 2 or 3 a year.
Mm-hmm.
One time I went to 7, and that was too much.
You're too busy for that.
I know.
You're too busy.
We're going to we did Shadows and Seduction, and then Vixens and Villains. Villains and Vixens? What?
Are y'all doing that this year?
Mm-hmm.
The Villains, the one in Florida?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That's cool. I went to Villains and Vixens last year, but it was in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you weren't there.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I forgive you.
I can tell you're mad.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Great.
Did you feel like I'm your mom there for a minute?
You sound just like my dad.
Okay, I'm gonna never do that again. Thanks. You have totally broken me of that habit.
You don't want to be daddy?
Oh, well, that's different.
That was definitely story. Yes, father.
That's a different story. We will go there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyone in the chat have any questions? Jen, do you have any questions? Harlow, I know you've been lurking. Harlow.
Hi, Harlow.
She said you're her like main live every night, and Harlow's amazing. She's so talented. Yeah, she's great. If no one has, what did you ask me, Lainey? I forgot. Let me go look at my chats. Hold on.
I actually did a coaching with Harlow once, and Harlow said something that just like prickled my I don't want to expose where Harlow lives, but we're from the same state.
Yes.
And she said something, and I was like, wait, that was a very specific phrase. Do you happen to be from here? And she's like, yes. So we've met a few times because she lives in Jake's hometown.
Ah, yes. Okay. Yes, I know exactly where you're talking about, but yeah, I don't want to out her. Lainey, I love you, but I'm not going to go back and listen to that voice note. If you can remember, let me know. Oh yeah, Harlow said, are there any projects that you can talk about that you're excited that are coming up that you're excited for?
I just finished narrating Cursed Day of Christmas, which is Zodiac Academy 10.
Oh, that's right. They just told everybody about that and freaked everybody out, and you probably knew about it forever. I don't know. There's no way I could keep secrets like that. I would be the worst at that.
Yeah, that is tricky. Let me look at my schedule. Sometimes I can't remember.
Well, I don't know why. You're not doing it.
I can only think about 30 books at a time, and then I lose track.
That's really disappointing.
I know. I'm really sorry. People always be like, "Are you working on anything?" And I'm like,
Yeah, clearly.
I think I have 32 open projects right now, just in various stages of production.
That's crazy.
So I lose track pretty easily. We did get hired for a dark Omegaverse fantasy by Simon Maverick. So I'm really excited for that one.
Loving Omegaverse.
And it was funny because they said, "Hey, do you have room for this 12-hour book?" And I said, "Yeah, I do."
I don't, but I do. Yeah.
But I don't.
I don't, but I definitely do.
And then we got it, and I was putting it into the schedule and was like, I think I'm gonna have to rearrange some things. And I got the word count, and I was like, 12 hours per person.
Oh my gosh. That's like a Zodiac Academy.
I know. So we added a 24-hour book into our schedule that we didn't have room for.
Lord. So. Okay, so I do.
It's one of those things where I'm like, I gotta.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, exactly. I would be the same way. I would be I would not be able to say no. I can't say no to anything. That's why I have 4 lives every week.
I'm getting better at it. I say no a lot now, which I didn't used to, but it's always schedule related.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I have space here, but I understand that's too far out. So I'm getting better at it, but every once in a while a project will come up and you'll be like,
no, I have to. Yeah.
A dark fantasy? What do you mean?
Yes, say less.
So I'm really excited for that one. I'm doing a big multicast with some post-apocalyptic, what's the word? Dystopian. A big dystopian multicast series that I'm really excited for. With some ladies and not just some boys. I'm so excited when I get to work with ladies.
Oh my God, I know, right? And that's what I always talk about that. I'm so glad that is starting to become a trend with there being more than one, even if they're not the FMC, being more than one female in a multicast. How hard is that? But yeah, I'm so glad that's starting to happen. Yeah.
I'm really excited for that.
It's not like there's any shortage of female narrators. I mean, I'm sure you can find somebody. But what Lainey said is, and I think you kind of touched on this a little bit, but so when you are the queen of dual narration. So when you're doing these dual narrations, and you said you always do kind of like to throw that little, man thing in there. Do you ever find it awkward to do those kind of narrations when you're doing both voices in a spicy scene? Is that ever difficult for you?
No, outside of the fact that spice is awkward and weird and strange.
Yeah, in general. Yeah.
If it's ever clean and pretty, I'm like, I don't believe that.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you ever get to the point where it doesn't affect you? If anybody would, it would be you, I would think.
Oh, yeah. I'm nice.
Yeah.
Anyway. Every once in a while, there'll be something I'll be like, I've never done this before. Ooh,
Writing it down.
exciting. The first
Yeah.
time I ever did a whisting scene. I've done some TVP. Every once in a while when they throw something in that I'm like, oh, this is like
The logistics.
I don't narrate this very
me.
often.
I need diagrams. That's all. I just need diagrams.
But I have a hot take in that I sometimes think that the ladies do the spicy scenes better.
That's not a hot take. I mean, well, it is, but like I completely agree with you.
So when they do dual narration and they at least in my brain, what I'm doing, and I know that other ladies are doing, is that they are doing the male characters through the female gaze. And so they're not just like, let me get really low and not put any emotion on anything. Exactly. Right? They're putting the emotion into the spice scenes. They're like me, making them moan and making them lose control and whimper, and their voice, like the guys are affected too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anytime I can make the guy really fuck.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I want.
Yes. Because hey, it shouldn't just be us. Like, come on.
No. Where the girl's like, ah, and the guy's like, yeah, you like that. Yeah, you like that. I know, baby. I got you.
Yeah.
No, he's in it too.
I mean, come on. Like that's part of it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, no, but I said that when we first started, like you are one of my favorite like male. You do one of my favorite like male voices. Like it's hot. Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's my favorite compliment.
Oh,
that made me blush. Look at that.
Oh, good. Now I don't sound like your dad anymore.
Now you're daddy. Daddy Kim.
Oh, I want that to be my nickname.
I got you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so funny story. I was in a live the other night with another voice actor and a friend of mine who was also named Kim. And I was on the top and she was on the bottom. And yes, Lainey. And so now my nickname is Top Kim in every
Daddy Top Kim.
Daddy Top Kim, that's me.
That's your full government name.
I got a middle name and everything.
When you're in trouble, that top comes out. Top.
I mean, you said it, I didn't. Oh my gosh. You are so fun. Okay. So, yeah, Jen said, Jen, are you thinking what I'm thinking about the series that she said that she was doing that she didn't say what it was? Because I think you and I were both on the same wavelength. Is it something that we might know?
I don't know. I'm so out of touch. I think I can say it because she like posted on my Instagram saying, "Is my book going to be your 500th book?"
Oh,
I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the series title.
Arlo, do you want to come up?
It's by Lexi Ray.
Okay, I don't think that's what we're thinking. Okay. But still exciting.
Yeah. It's with some good narrators.
Yeah. And it's going to be duet. You're not going to be giving me man.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I think you'll be pleased with the mans.
I'll be happy with the men. Okay. I'll take it.
I've never worked with any of them before.
Ooh. Is Jake going to be on it too? Nope. Just you?
Yep.
I will say that I think Jake, you can tell him this from me, I think he does one of the best female voices for men.
He tries really hard to make it authentic, and
he does a great job.
A lot of coaches who coach trans people about how to feminize your voice.
I love that. Oh, I love you guys so much.
Oh, thanks.
You're just amazing people. Like on top of everything else.
Oh, thanks.
That's
we
amazing.
Try to be good people.
Yeah, well, you are. And I mean, like, seriously, though, I've had this conversation with a lot of, especially female narrators. And, a lot of them say, it's like, we wish that the guys would just try a little bit harder, just a little bit. Like, we're over here, like, giving it our all, like, really manning it up.
I'm whimpering for the boys and they're not.
And they're just like trying to like talk as high pitched as they can, and it's like that does like, have you ever heard Angelina Rocca speak? Like, you don't have
She's down
to.
there.
Yeah, you don't have to be like, hi. You can actually speak like a woman and have
The audacity of speaking like Angelina Rocca up there. How dare you?
How dare you? Like, I don't know. Yeah, we think they can try harder. But Jake's is great.
Good.
You can tell him I said that.
I'll tell him.
All the work paid off.
Good.
No, it is. It's a tough. I know it's not easy. I know it's hard for dudes. You got that naturally deep voice or whatever, but you don't have to be like super high pitched. A woman can have a deep voice, So yeah, I think he does a great job, and obviously there's a reason because he's actually working on it and trying. So that's good. Okay, so Bridget, I always do a little round of questions that don't have anything to do with books. I used to call it a speed round, but I've been told by multiple people that I am not speedy enough to call it a speed round. So now it has been renamed to mild tempo questions about nothing.
Great.
Okay, so no pressure to be fast because I can't stop talking. So. Okay, hot or iced coffee?
Iced.
Okay. Cats or dogs? It gets everyone.
Dogs.
Okay. Very important. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, I think it's a cousin. A sandwich cousin.
Okay, that's good.
Like a quesadilla is a sandwich cousin.
I like that. Yeah, it's sandwich cousin. Yeah.
It's an American taco.
It's related, but not the same. Right. I get that. Okay. What's a song that you currently can't get out of your head?
My warm-up song is War Pigs.
Oh my God, I love that.
Someone's like, generals gathered in their masses. That's how I warm up.
I need
like
more
witches.
Oh,
it hits my passaggio, so I get to really ram into that to warm up.
I'm obsessed. With that. That's going to be a clip. No, that was phenomenal. Are you kidding me? That was so good.
It's because I sing it every day.
It was great. I enjoyed it. What's your favorite color? You can give two.
I love browns.
Browns. Okay, look, you're a neutral girly. Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm a dark autumn, so I look the best in browns.
Yes, I see
but
that.
I love a green too. I think seeing green is my favorite. Wearing brown.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because it's different, something that you want against your skin rather than something that you like to look at. Mm-hmm. I think that's a great, yep. Avery Karras, look at you. Thanks for being here. I love her. You and her are like I geeked out when I talked to her too so much. Oh my gosh. I geeked out with both of y'all. Okay. Grumpy bad boy or golden retriever?
I hate that you're coming to me why choose?
I'm giving. Oh yeah, you know what?
And then you're asking me to pick. It just feels like you don't really know me.
I'm back on the list. I have been demoted and promoted so many times tonight.
You were father, daddy, now you're dad.
Oh no!
Dad, you don't even know me.
You know what? You're right. I should have known better than to ask you that question. That is all on me.
Thank
Because
you
I
for
wouldn't choose,
acknowledging that.
you know what? I wouldn't choose either.
Yeah.
Also, I would have said the correct answer is German Shepherd, which is a mixture of both.
I was just thinking that, but I didn't know it had a name.
German Shepherd.
I need a little crazy.
Got a little sprinkle. See, they're a little bit black, a little bit brown, or a little bit buff.
Yeah.
And they can still rip your face off.
Yeah. I love like a Seth. Who's just like a little
Just a little crazy.
a little too feral. I love a feral retriever.
Yeah. He might do you real good. He might just cut your hair off. You never know. Take your chances. Okay, favorite candy. I'm making this so hard on you.
I love 100 grams. Do you have one? Give it to me. Thanks.
These are like, okay, these are one of the best candy bars on the planet.
Yes.
No one eats them.
They're so good.
They're so good. Like, it's the best of everything.
The texture.
You got the crunchy, you got the caramel.
Mm-hmm.
We're soulmates.
It's because you're my dad.
Oh, God. It's so sad. Lainey, you're allergic to everything. That means nothing to me. No. She's allergic to literally everything.
Oh.
Bless her heart. Okay, go-to karaoke song, not Warbanks.
The instrumental break is way too long for karaoke.
True.
My go-to karaoke song is Hearts Alone.
You can sing that.
I
You can really sing it.
Good. Yeah.
I would pay to see that.
You don't need to. It's okay. It's not like, wow.
I mean, just doing it is wow. Like, just doing it and not, like, breaking things or passing out is pretty wow.
That's fair. Sometimes I get close.
Yeah. Okay, what is a word or phrase that always trips you up in the booth?
Nuclear. Hate that one.
That's a good one. Nuclear. Do you say nuclear?
Nuclear.
Nuclear. And it never sounds right, no matter how you say it. Yeah. Nuclear. That's so sad. So good. It's a good one. You did that pretty quick. I think that was the speediest mild tempo round I've ever had. I'm kind of sad about it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's great. I should have come with better questions. It's all me.
No, they were great. I didn't answer some of them, I think.
Okay. You know what? I can't make you answer questions. And you know what? Some of them didn't really have answers, so you're right.
I just like the weirdos. I love anything that's a little bit strange, a little bit off. So the grumpy bad boy and the golden retriever are just a little bit. Yeah, I can add a little extra sparkle to them.
As long as they're a little crazy, we're good with either one.
I think I know Jake's golden retriever the best. So I feel like when we are both doing a golden retriever character, I think we really sync up the best.
Mm-hmm. So is Jake a golden retriever in real life?
Yeah.
I'm
the grumpy. I'm the grumpy. He's the sunshine. I'm the black cat.
He loves you so much.
I know. He's obsessed.
I mean, I'm obsessed, and I'm not even married to you, so I can't imagine.
There's a line, apparently.
Yeah, well, I'm dad now, so whatever.
Sorry.
It's okay.
That's taboo. A taboo romance.
We have taken a jump into forbidden.
But we're not related, so it's okay.
It's okay. It's not the invest.
No.
You can still narrate our book.
Oh, thank God. That was going to be awkward.
It was real awkward.
When I couldn't play myself.
Avery said you have black cat energy. I agree. You do have black cat energy.
Thank you.
Yeah. don't cross her, but also,
I think
yeah,
I'm pretty nice.
you
I'm
are. You're
just
very nice.
I'm just very introverted and suspicious of people.
And you know what? Fair. That's super fair. Like I get that. And that's it's funny because I say that to everyone that I talk to. I'm like, that's one of the reasons why I thank people so much when they do this is because for that exact reason is that you don't know me. I mean, you can look at my page and
You're
you
my
can
dad.
say, well, now I am, but
Oh,
before you didn't know that I was your dad. But you know what I mean? Like it takes a certain amount of trust for you to just, say, okay, yeah, I'll talk to this complete stranger on a live and who knows what they're going to
well, you've
say.
always been so nice to me in reviews.
Well, I
So I wasn't
have.
too scared.
I do actually love you and I do actually listen to pretty much everything that you've come out with since I started knowing who you
That's
were.
impressive.
But yes, yeah, I would say that you and Avery are probably the two people that I've listened to the most books by.
I'm honored because Avery's awesome.
You, Avery, and Vanessa Moyen. Vanessa Moyen is okay, so she's also a dual queen.
Mm-hmm.
She's a dual Why Choose Queen. And for someone who has like such a high voice, she's so amazing at what she does.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge Ava Chase fan and I'm a huge Tessa Hale fan. And she just happens to like do pretty much everything for both of them. And so I've listened to like pretty much everything she's done. And then of course I love Twisted Sisters, so I've listened to tons of everything you've done. And then Avery did my God tier series of all time, the Brew to Bristle book series. And so yeah. You guys are my holy trinity.
Vanessa was my first audiobook narrator that I listened to
Really?
in the romance genre. And I said, she is so good at this. This is so cool. And that was before I even had an inkling that I could do that.
I love that.
So when I very first started, she was the very first person I did a coaching with. Because I was like, I want to be you. I want to do Why Choose. I want to do what you do. And so the fact that you put my name next to her name is a big honor for me. So thank
That
you.
makes me so happy. Am I daddy again?
Yeah, Daddy. Thanks, Daddy.
You know what though? That kind of hit me because like I really do like you you guys really are like two of my favorite narrators. And because I don't think that dual narration gets as much credit as it should because it is tough. And I know that duet's really popular and obviously, it's fun to listen to and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love duet narration. I love a full cast. But you guys are so talented when you can do these like full series with, 5 dudes and, 3 girls because you're doing the mom and the aunt and the principal all at the same time and then like all 8 dudes that are in the story. So it's like it's a lot of work and you and Vanessa both are just that's just crazy.
I'm really honored. Like she was my goal.
Well, you hit it because obviously, I mean, for me anyway, I don't know, me now. I can speak only for myself, but that's crazy.
And she's kind of like I wouldn't say she's my friend, but she's like a friendly acquaintance. She's really awesome.
I love that. She's like on my like bucket list, like people that I want to talk to. So I'm working up the confidence to message her.
I bet she would do it. She's also really busy, but I bet she is so nice and so like effervescent with her, like so giving with her energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I bet she absolutely would.
So I message like one person a month that I say to myself, they may not do it, and that's okay. You were that person last month.
And gosh.
that's not because I think you're mean or anything like that. It's just I know you're super busy. Like
Okay.
it has nothing to do with you as a person. It's me as a reflection of me and what I think of myself, not you and what I think of you.
No, I am not that cool.
Well, to me you
Send me
are.
a message anytime. Happy to.
But so she's gonna be on that list. Avery was on that list, definitely. So yeah, there have been certain people that I'm like, I write the message out and then I just, you do the you stare at it for 10 minutes and you reread it 40 times and then you go, send.
Do it.
And that's what I did.
The only reason would be she's busy, or maybe she's not super social media DD, but otherwise, she's so kind.
I would never get upset if somebody was busy or they didn't respond or anything that's but yeah, I don't know, it's just one of those things. It's I was never somebody who would do that, but then when I started doing this show, I was like, okay, you're gonna have to you got to get it together and you got to just message people and you got to just deal with it. And so I do it. It scares the shit out of me, but I do it.
You got it. It'll get easier.
Yeah, it already is. It already is. But yeah. So, okay, I've stretched this out as long as I possibly can. I keep trying to find things to talk to you about because
I'm not rushed for time. I don't have to be in the booth. Well,
I was trying for an
in the
apple
booth.
tree emoji and then it got written out. So thanks, Lauren. for getting it. What is going on?
Some drama in the chat about apple trees.
Yeah, she typed apple tree a while ago and then she was like, sorry, ignore. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, okay, but then you kept talking about it, so I didn't know if you wanted me to talk about it.
So sorry.
Avery, don't be mad at me. Things went wrong. Okay, things happened. I know. I'm sorry. You're so funny.
Tell me what you love about audiobooks.
I think audiobooks are so important to women in general. Women don't take time for themselves. They don't have time to do the things that they want to do. And I can listen to an audiobook. Okay, Avery, you don't have to call me dad too.
She's my sister now. You have more children.
I'm everyone's child, everyone's father. Maybe their father figure. But yeah, no, I think that my goal is to get as many. Shut up, Lainey. Yes, I know, I'm your mom. That I want to get as many women as possible into audiobooks because Lainey didn't listen to audiobooks until probably 2 months ago.
Oh, wow.
I've been getting her into it and she's obsessed now. And yeah, I mean, it's something that you can do. Something that you can do and you can cook or you can do the laundry or you can be at work. Or you can be, getting your kid dressed for school, and it's so hard for women to find time to decompress and do the things that they want to do and make time for themselves. And I feel like even though, yes, it sucks that you still have to multitask while making time for yourself, at least you're doing something that you're enjoying and not that we don't enjoy taking care of our kids or any of I do enjoy those things, but everyone needs those moments of fantasy or release or, just time to think about something that's not really happening.
Yeah.
And I think women especially do. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so obsessed with romance audiobooks. I just think that they're super special. And I think that the reason why people like to make fun of them or dog them out is because they know that they're teaching women things that they don't want them to know.
Welcome to romance.
Yes, exactly. But also, my husband's sister is blind, and so she was born blind, and so whenever he and I met 25 years ago, he would always get her to order audiobooks for him, books on tape from the Commission for the Blind. And so he's been listening to audiobooks for like 30 years. And so when we met, that was one of the things that we used to do. We would drive and we would listen to books on tape. And so it's just always been a thing for us. Like we've always loved audiobook. Of course, that was when it was just like, reading the book. Like it was just, narrating. Oh, that's a good question. So how do you feel about the term narrator versus voice actor? Do you feel like it's not characterizing enough to use the term narrator, or?
That's a good question. I think the narrator implies long form consistency. So I think that is always an aspect of the job. I think voice actor implies that there is more behind the story. I'm not just reading for consistency's sake, right? I'm giving something a little bit extra. I am investing a little bit more of myself and my technique into this. And primarily that's become more popular and frankly just possible because of how technology has changed, right? You couldn't put a lot of extra into it with those older books because it was so expensive to produce that the slower, the smoother, the more clean it is, so you don't have to do any retakes.
Yeah.
And now retakes are so
common.
They don't do anything. That it allows for a little bit more mess and a little bit more humanness, because humans are messy and awkward and ugly and funky and strange. And so we can add that to the narration. I think on social media, it becomes a problem where people will say, I'm a voice actor, and then they have a really lovely, gravelly voice, and then poor authors are like, hey, I want you to narrate my book, and they're not a narrator.
Yeah.
So they can't do that sustained, long-form style. Doesn't mean they don't have a good voice. It's just a technique and a skill that they don't have. And I think a lot of people have been burned by it, both voice artists who get on being like, oh, I have a nice voice, I could narrate audiobooks. And authors are like, oh, you have a nice voice, please narrate my audiobook.
That's such an interesting perspective. I've never thought of it that way. So I have always thought that narrator was just kind of a broader term, and it kind of fit, but it was always better. I always thought, obviously if someone does, do voice acting and does really kind of put that extra into their performances, I think it's, nice to say someone's a voice actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't even think about that kind of overusage of that term with the TikTok era, and where you're basically just calling people good girl,
and to me that's more not a voice actor. Actor to me implies training and skill. So you may be like a voice artist or a voice performer. An actor has training. It is a trade that can be learned. Oh, the money sound really threw me off.
I love it. It's like, yes, I'm playing slots.
Exactly. So I think that's where things get confusing, like an ASMR artist, right?
Yeah.
You're not a professional. So I think actor implies profession, implies, which is like not, I make money off of this. It's, I have trained. It is a trade. Yeah. There are skills that I have learned. And narrator is a skill within that voice actor realm of I can do long form narrative. But like in credits, for my company at least, we always say performed by, performed in duet by, instead of narrated by, because I do feel like it is much more of a performance than like a medical narration.
Yeah. I agree. I do that in whenever I do my promotional edits and things like that. I always performed by, if it's not just a straight narration. So yeah, I get that. Yeah. And I think that it's a distinction that needs to be made. There is a difference between you know, just you sitting there reading a book and the emotion and intent that you put behind your performances. And a lot of voice actors do. So yeah, that's actually really interesting that I never thought about it in the long form, from the long form perspective, but that's exactly, that's such a great way to put it. Because it's, voice actors, it's nothing, it's not to say that you're not talented or that you don't, that there's not a niche for what you're doing or anything like that, but being able to carry that talent through an entire book is a completely different skill entirely.
A lot of professional voice actors who do like commercial and animation and video game and the like don't do long form narration. It is the lowest paying form of voice acting, and it takes the longest and the most effort.
Yeah.
So even a lot of voice actors would be like, "Oh no, I don't narrate. I don't do long form because it's hard."
I've talked to a couple of people who are that I've talked to a couple of people who started out, in voiceover and things like that, and they were like, "No, I'll never do that." And then of course it became a passion, it became something that they enjoyed and they loved, and they do it because they love it, not because it's more lucrative or anything like that. And they found a love in it, which is obviously, part of the secret. You do something you love, But I think you're right. I think it's definitely, you don't do it because you're trying to make, a fortune or, that kind of stuff. You do it because you love it. And
I think that's where the danger comes is when you have these voice artists on TikTok who come in and they do it for the notoriety and the attention. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's so disrespectful of a genre that is so much rooted in female empowerment and female liberation and telling stories that are about one of the most primal human desires, which is to be loved and seen and accepted, like outside of water, shelter, food, like an air. So we need community. We need a tribe. We need people who are going to take care of us when something bad happens. And to me, that is such especially being a women powered industry, to have some of these voice artists and these people come in and say like, "Oh, I do that," and not treat it with the respect it deserves, really, really grinds my gears.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for people wanting to, realizing that they have a possible talent and then wanting to learn the art form. I think that's wonderful. Obviously, the more the merrier, the more people that, are doing this, great. There's never going to be a shortage of books, but yeah, I agree with you. I think there are definitely people who aren't willing to put in the work, and they're just trying to kind of, like you said, get that notoriety. And it's definitely work. It's not something that you can just pick up and, do. And that's really evident in, every person that I've talked to who is a successful voice actor, or even someone that's just starting out, that I've listened to a book and I know that they're, doing well. They did take that learning time, and they know, and they're constantly honing a craft, and they know that it is, not something that they've mastered, and I think that's so important. And that's how you become better.
Yeah.
But I think
I still feel like I have so much to improve upon and become better. So I'm always, even approaching 500, it's still, how can I do this better? How can I make this cleaner? How can I make this more specific? How can I make this a better experience for the listener? How can I better tell this author's story? Because I never want it to become, I think it can become stale if you are like, I'm good.
Absolutely.
I don't need to try.
Yeah, I don't think anyone that loves what they do would ever become complacent in the fact that they're the best, that they've reached their peak, and I think most people who do this do love it. They do it for the love of reading. They do it for the love of books. And so that's not really a huge issue, but in this community. But yeah, I completely agree. I was going to ask you something about, but I forgot because I started talking and that's what happens when I talk. I forget things.
Okay.
Hey, Jen. Jen, did you ever listen to the Zodiac Academy books? I know you've read them, but I don't know if you ever listened to them. But she's doing a reread, I think, right now of all the
Oh,
Zodiac Academy
fun.
books. Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, those books are just currently in your reread. Are you listening? Have you ever listened to them? Or are you just eyeballing them? Um,
That's a stack. That's a commitment.
it is, and it's heavy. Like it's not.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. It's not just. It's not just a listen. It's not just a 12-hour listen. It's a like roller coaster of emotions and you know.
And it's not very soothing.
No, no. Those women love to put you through it. Let me tell you.
I will say that one of the best compliments I've ever.
Jen said, "You and Jake are the only reason I'm listening again." I love that. Yeah, they're
Oh,
amazing. Yeah, they're
I
amazing.
had a lot of fun. There were some excellent lines in the first
The
day
new
of
one.
Christmas. Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's still dual, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
There
that.
is one. Geraldine does sing in some of the male chapters, so I will be singing as Geraldine. It will be.
Oh, I love that. That's cute.
So
That's okay.
Jake is
We'll
like, I
allow it.
can't compete with you in singing Geraldine, so can you please do it?
You know what though? I love the fact that they have not given into that pressure, of kind of making everything duet. I
Mhm.
love that. Like obviously there's a place for it in certain books and things like that. And like I don't have a problem with it at all. And I know that, it's attractive to a lot of
Yeah.
people who are just getting into audio and things like that. And so I think there's absolutely a place for it. But you guys just really you do them so well, and you're not missing anything with those books being in dual. I don't know. I think they're rich. They're such rich
I
performances.
would be so sad if I couldn't voice Washer and Seth. I would be
Right?
devastated.
I know. One that you've done with them, have you done with Jake?
Except for the Death Club.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Do you like working with him the most?
Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know where he sleeps. And I can go, hey, where are my files?
Hey, slacker. Hey,
What's this
slacker.
character voice?
Yeah.
And not sending an email going, hello, please answer me.
Hi, I'm Bridget. Can you send me your samples for?
Yeah, I
So
like to come and be like, this is the voice you're doing for this character. This is the voice you're doing for this character. This is the voice you're doing for this character. Thank you. See you at dinner.
and good night. So fair, so fair. Yeah. So, I know that was one thing I was going to ask you. So, do you guys like try to keep like set hours so that you are together, certain times of the day, or are you a slave to the schedule?
We typically are in the booth from about 11 to 4
Mm-hmm.
and then 8 to midnight. That's
Okay.
kind of the schedule we follow. So we usually have about 4 hours to run errands. I do more admin usually, or I'm doing voiceover work as opposed to narration.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's quite hard. I'm currently in a little bit of crazy mode because we went to New Orleans for a week and then I immediately got sick for it's been 3 weeks and I'm still trying to get my voice fully back. So I'm about 2 weeks behind. So I'm trying to
Yeah, and it
catch
takes
up.
no time to get behind when you're on such a tight schedule like that. Yeah.
And Jake had a zombie project pop up. So So he's behind where they're like, hey.
Oh, another one of those I can't turn it down kind of thing. So I'm just gonna
No, I
squeeze
think
it in.
he didn't write it down correctly, or there was a miscommunication, and then they were like, hey, where are your files? And he's like, I thought here's what happened. It was a duology, and he thought they had just scheduled book 1. And then they were like, where's book 2? And he's like, I didn't know I was doing book 2.
Who's book 2? I don't know her.
Right. So things like that happen where we're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
We're a little behind.
Normal human things.
Yeah. Our authors are, we also do, with our authors, we are in weekly communication. So we're always telling them, hey, the book's being proofed right now. Hey, we finished primary recording. Hey, it's being spliced. Hey, we're working on pickups. So that they're always aware of where the project is and never like, I haven't heard from Bridget in 5 weeks.
Yeah.
So I just like to keep them reassured. I like to keep them informed. And then as soon as like something goes crazy of, hey guys, I'm sick and I can't get my voice back, I'm going to be behind, things like that. So we try to take care of our team, and that includes the authors, obviously. But yeah. A little crazy, but...
You said you did a little bit of coaching with Harlow. Do you do like coaching very much? Or, I mean, obviously you don't have a lot of extra time, but like...
Probably about once or twice a month.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently got hired on as a coach for the Global Voice Acting Academy as an audiobook coach. And part of that, thanks, it's very exciting. That was my webinar yesterday that I did.
Mm-hmm.
But as part of that, I teach like 2 workshops a month for their members of just like really quick coachings for people. So yeah, I do it rarely. I don't try to push it very much.
Yeah, I mean, you're busy, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's also a little bit of like imposter syndrome of like, I mean, this is what I do. Maybe this will help you, but
I get it.
I don't know the right way to do it.
But girl, you've done 500 books.
I know.
I think you have a little bit of expertise.
I have a little bit of expertise, but it's what works for me, and I don't know if it'll. Also, like I also come out very privileged in that I got to do a 4-year conservatory style acting training program in college. Mm-hmm. And so my basis of performance and acting took me 4 years in school and 15 years professionally to learn. Mm-hmm. And so I think that can be very overwhelming for people.
Yeah.
Especially people who you have like these people who said, hey, you have a really nice voice. And then they come and I'm like, great, here's point of view. Here's your obstacle. Here's an operative word. What's your action? They're like, let's analyze the text. Where's the parenthetical in this? Right. And they're like, I don't know what you're saying. And so it's sometimes very difficult to coach, especially people who come with no performance training.
No training at all. Yeah.
And I'm so used to working with actors. Mm-hmm. Or people who are bought into the idea of I want to be an actor, mm-hmm. that when you are coaching people who are like, I have no concept of that, I think it can be very overwhelming for both the person being coached and the coach.
Yeah.
And especially where I'm like, I don't want to take advantage of your time or your money because I know this is an investment for you and this is a lot of work. So if you're not...
Well, and it's hard too if you don't have that basis of just basic knowledge.
Yeah,
it's very difficult to communicate because you're going to be obviously very specific with your terminology, and because that's the way you learn things. And if someone doesn't have that basic knowledge, it's like you're almost like you're not even speaking the same language. I mean, it's very difficult, to teach in that situation. So I can totally understand
and
that.
It's like I can do technical acting training, or we can do like kid theater.
Right.
I don't want to do that to you. Be like, pretend you're an elephant walking through the woods.
And they're like, okay, lady, thanks.
They're like, okay, I'll be an elephant. This is stupid.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, I'm like, go take an acting class. Like,
Yeah.
go. There's like community colleges, there's community theaters. If that's an option for you, that's kind of the most valuable thing I think you can do as someone who is interested in getting into this, for people who are not able to fully invest into coaching and training. Because again, the weird thing about the arts and the art professions is that we are trained and what we do inherently looks easy because the audience is only seeing a very small part of that. So when you have people who go, oh, I want to do that, and don't realize how much, right, the tip of the iceberg analogy, how much iceberg underneath they have to learn,
Yeah.
it can be very overwhelming. And I think that's a lot of the times why you have these people who start out and who, not that they fail, because I don't think that anyone who like endeavors on this journey and does it at all, I think it is a success, but are not able to maintain that because the amount of work is not inherently clear or easy to see.
Yeah. And so many people are, doing this part time and they have,
Mhm.
full time jobs. And it's so hard to keep up those paces of, it's almost like a self fulfilling thing where, the more you do, the less time you have for just life in general because it's not enough to sustain your household, but at the same time, it's too much to keep doing. And so, I mean, I think that's tough, that you have to find that balance. And I know a lot of,
Especially anyone with kids.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people who I've talked to have just kind of said, "Well, I just jumped because
Yep.
it got to a certain point where it was like I just got to jump, or
Yep.
I'm not going to be able to scale and get to the
Yep.
point where I can, do this." And so yeah, I mean that's tough. That's hard. It's hard enough just making a living anyways
Yeah.
nowadays. But yeah, to do that and then also have a full time job of whatever, it's hard. So,
Yeah, but it's totally possible. It's just a lot of
oh,
work
absolutely.
and a lot of humility
Yes.
and a willingness to fail.
Yes. 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 And this community is so great about really helping people and lifting people. There's so much collaboration. There's so much, you know, these people, narrators helping each other out, and there's so many little pods of narrators that are narrating together and they're learning from each other. And I just think that is so cool that people are really, getting in. Hey, Riley, people are really being able to do that together and learn from each other. And yeah, it's such a neat community.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. And one of my favorite parts about this job is that I'm an artist who gets to support other artists and especially other female artists. And I think that is like what a delicious life legacy is that I was able to help so many women succeed, or even experience any sort of, joy is a radical revolution, right? It's a radical behavior. And allowing women to feel liberation and empowerment and being seen, or being able to identify with something and not feel so alone in this world. I think that is really, I feel very honored to be a part of this.
Yeah.
So when I see people not treating it with respect, I get really upset.
Same. I'm the same way. I'm very passionate about the art form that it is. I'm very passionate about just romance in general, not being, put down or looked down upon as less than. So yeah, those things are really important to me as well. And I think that's one of the reasons why I do this is just to kind of, just kind of put the side of you guys that just as people, not, that you're just that you're doing a job and you're all different. You've all trained in different things. You're all learning. You're all in different stages of your career. But I definitely try to have a higher average of women as opposed to males on my show. Not because I'm a man hater or anything like that, but I just think there are so many exponentially more female narrators than there are male narrators, and I think a lot of times male narrators, they're just their existence and being willing to do romance a lot of times gives them a step up
Oh yeah.
in the genre, over most females. So yeah, there's just so much more in the female narrator population, and so much talent out there that just needs to be seen and put in front of the
really
right
good
eyeballs.
people.
Such good people. I've made so many friends, just not even, I mean, before I even started doing this, but just in general, just being in this community and, doing reviews and, listening to audios for people and things like that. Like, it's a really special place.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of places where any of us, and especially us as women, can go and really just like geek out about the things that we love. And those people also love the things that you love. And there's
there's no shame.
no shame. Yeah. That is so special and so rare. And so it's like, I just want to like take this like little community and just like protect it,
Are you so excited for your conference?
Oh my God, I'm so excited. Yes, I'm so excited because I get to actually like be face to face with people that I've talked to. I get to talk to Amanda Willow and like be face to face with her, and
That's so fun.
I'm just so excited. Yeah, I love people in general. I love talking to people, obviously, but like getting to like actually like see them in person and give them a hug and like, cry and all that.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother experience. So yeah, I'm super excited.
I'm so excited for you. They're a blast.
Yeah,
Most of
I
them
love it.
have been wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a, again, it's just another place where everyone is, loving the same thing you're loving, and it's
Yeah.
important. It's important. So, and I've never, I always feel safe, at those in those arenas, it's
Yeah.
you feel like you can just kind of hang out and say whatever and be around people who get you, and
And like wear whatever. And
and
Jake and I
especially
love like tattoo scoping.
yes.
We're just like, I really like your tattoo.
Well, and the one I'm going to tomorrow is actually Kink and Ink. So there are like tattooers there, and there's going to be like a bunch of people doing like flash and stuff. So it's going to be great.
Are you gonna get anything?
I don't know. Maybe
Mm,
if I see something I like.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. Okay, you are the best, and I appreciate you so much for giving me this much time and your energy. And I know that you don't have a lot of extra time, so I really appreciate it.
Of course.
And I'm a huge fan. I think I've already said that. I will be your daddy anytime.
Thanks.
And I hope we can do this again sometime. Yeah. And if you have anything that you're super excited about, or something that is coming out that I would love to just anytime yap with you about it. I kind of thinking about doing like a female narrator, like big, like live.
Let's do it.
Like a panel kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I've been kind of throwing that around because I think it would be really fun to just kind of do a romance, chat about, the female experience and everything. So I think everyone has thoughts about it, and I think it would be really cool to like commiserate a little bit,
And he's not a lady, but Jake loves talking. So if you ever want to chat with him.
Do you think he would? Like, because I would love it. Okay, I'll
He
tell
literally
him.
I was like, I have an interview. And he's like, with who? And I was like, with an influencer. Kim reads a lot. She does a lot of reviews for us. And he was like, just you? And I was like, yeah.
Okay,
like,
so I almost said like, I mean, I would obviously interview both of you, but like, I didn't want to, assume, because I just messaged you. So I never said anything, but obviously, yes, I would
reach out to him. He loves gabbing.
I would
love to gab.
to talk to Jake. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would love that. So yes, I will message him. Please tell him that I
Okay.
will message him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that. Yeah. No, I am exponentially more nervous about messaging male narrators.
Fair.
And it's not because it's not it's just because I I feel like male narrators, even though yes they do, I don't want to ever be disrespectful to them and like over sexualize them in any way or make them uncomfortable, and not that I ever would, but I feel like rightfully so they're kind of on guard a little bit more about people that just kind of like message them out of the blue. And again, like I said, rightfully so, because there are some very feral people in this community. So I'm a little bit more gun shy about especially people that I don't communicate with on a regular basis. Like I know you and I had kind of, gabbed a little bit back and forth about reviews and things like that. So I felt a little bit more comfortable messaging you. But yeah, I'm real, I just don't want to be taken the wrong way.
I'll let him know that
Yeah.
will reach out eventually.
No, I definitely
no
will.
rush, no pressure.
I
but-
definitely will, because I try to only set things up a month in advance, because I am a mom and stuff comes up and I don't like rescheduling on people. So I try to only do like a little bit at a time, just so that is avoided as much as possible. So yeah, I definitely will message him.
Yeah.
That makes me excited.
Good.
Yeah. Tell him I always wanted him here, but that I just
It was me. I was selfish. I just wanted alone time with my dad.
Oh yeah, me and you. Yeah, we needed a daddy-daughter date.
Yeah.
Sounds so bad.
I can't wait to read our book.
Who are we gonna get to write it?
Oh, I don't know. Who does good?
Who does good taboo?
Do you like MM?
Yeah.
Have you done any Rebecca Wraith?
Oh,
Get on it.
okay, girl. I will.
It is spicy.
Yeah, that's some of my favorite parts about Why Choose is the MM parts. Oh, Lainey loves that person. Is it MM?
Yes,
Question mark?
she's so good. If you like the language, like of J. Rose's beautiful emotional language, you'll really love Rebecca.
Okay. All right, Lainey, you have to send
MM
me
is
some
male romance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, MM is male. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah, Lainey, send me some titles and I'll get on it.
They're so angsty.
Does she have any audio?
Yeah, Jake does almost all of them. And then there's a couple of, I don't know if you're familiar, but we do that royalty share program for authors once a year.
No.
Where we do like a scholarship where we do a royalty share project with an author.
I love
so
that.
they can afford it.
Yeah.
But she was our very first royalty share winner. And then
I love that.
last year she sponsored. So she paid and bought out the author's contract so that she worked for us for free, or worked with us for free. She also donates like all of her proceeds to the ALCU or like the trans hotline, things like that. So like she's such a good person.
Okay, I'm
and there are
sold.
there's a couple of multicast duets that we've done where I do some of the ladies, and we've brought on some other male narrators, but a lot of it is just Jake. Solo narration.
Well, I'm definitely gonna look that up. This community. That makes me so. I just
She's
love that.
incredible.
I love that.
An incredible human being and excellent writing. Excellent writing. Really good spice.
Oh, I'm very excited. Okay, Lainey, you got to send me some books. Fables, Revelations, and the Binding series. Okay, I'll look it up.
Oh yeah. So those she does have she started with Why Choose. And her Why Choose are great.
Sounds like I have a lot to listen to.
But she primarily does MM now. But the series that we did with her for the royalty share, it was a Why Choose. And then the Binding series is also really good and doesn't get enough hype, but that one doesn't have audio.
Okay. Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
I have so much to do. So many things. I've written down so many notes. So many things to do. Thank you so much
course.
again for doing this. And again,
Thanks for having me.
I appreciate your time and trusting me with, doing this. So I just love it. And I am such a fan. You know that. So I will always be listening and always be reviewing and telling you how
Yes,
awesome
Lady,
you are.
bully Kim into Rebecca Wraith.
She will. She bullies me every day.
You're going to get a taste and then you're going to devour all of it.
She bullies me, I bully her, and we're both really happy about it because we both listen to great books. So
You'll like it.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Bridget. And I can't. Yeah, it's a loving relationship. That's right. We bully with love. We bully with love,
Right.
not real bullying. Only bullies in romance books.
It's not real bullying.
Only bullies in romance books, not in real life.
Yep.
All right. I love you. So nice to meet you. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to chat again. Until Jake, I will be messaging him.
I will do. Have a
Thank
good night.
you so much. Bye.
Bye.